Using the QR code or by visiting our website, you can schedule your appointments with ease. Have you checked out our website? From employment opportunities to building codes, you can find just about anything using the search bar. Finally, you can download the North Report app and submit non-emergency issues to City Hall in less than a minute. The app has helped correct more than 12,000 issues across the city. No matter the method you choose, the city is here for you, and together we will build a stronger community. Have you heard of the North Report app? North Report is a tool used to report non-emergency issues to City Hall. The app is built to be easy for anyone to use on the go. When you see an issue, it takes less than a minute to report the issue on the app. First, pull up the app and click Report Issue. Then, click Camera and take a picture of the issue or get the image from your photo gallery. After that, the app uses geolocation to pinpoint your exact location. Then, you choose the type of issue from the list provided. You'll finish up by including a brief description of the issue, such as where it is, what it looks like,
Good afternoon, everybody. I love to see a full house in chambers for our meetings. Today is Thursday, April 13th, 2023. It is 4 p.m. We are in the city chambers, and I call the City Commission regular meeting to order. Commissioners present are Commissioner McDowell, Commissioner Stokes, myself, Mayor Langdon, Vice Mayor White, and Commissioner Emmerich. There is a quorum for this meeting. Also present are City Manager Fletcher, Deputy City Attorney Golan, Assistant City Clerk Gianelli, Recording Secretary Powell, and I think I see Deputy Chief Herlihy representing fire, and I can't quite see who's representing police, but they're back there and keeping an eye on us. Thank you. Mr. Hale, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm requesting a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the agenda made by Commissioner Emmerich and seconded by Commissioner McDowell. Let's vote. And that motion passes 5-0. On to public comment. Assistant City Clerk, do we have any online public comment?
We do not.
Any in-house?
We do not.
Okay, then let's move on to item number 23-0587, welcoming new employees. City Manager, would you kick this off for us, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. We have Ms. Deborah Hope, who is our HR manager, coming to welcome our new employees.
Thank you. For the record, Deborah Hope, Human Resources Manager. It's my pleasure to introduce the new employees today. Please stand as I call your name and be acknowledged by the Commission and staff. And we have a large group today, so if we could hold all the applause to the end, that would be appreciated. With IT, we have Robert Robinson, Applications Development Administrator. With Human Resources, we have Sarah Alisea, HR Generalist. With Parks, we have David Johnson, Athletic Field Specialist. Micah Lipker, Recreation Attendant. Isaiah Tucker, Recreation Attendant. With Police, we have Jordan Gray Davis, Police Officer. We also have Charles Miracle, Police Officer. And Ryan Wallace, Police Officer. With Public Works, we have James Stevens, Emergency Vehicle Technician. We have Peterson Diaz Castro, Equipment Operator. Gary Melvin, Equipment Operator. Raphael Triador, Equipment Operator. James Copley, Solid Waste Equipment Operator. Angel Concepcion, Solid Waste. Robert Gavin, Solid Waste Equipment Operator. And Dakota Newton, Solid Equipment. Thank you. With Utilities, we have David Albine, Collections and Distribution Tech. Teresa Wozniak, Customer Service Care Rep. Joshua Wishers, our Field Operations Manager. And Charles Glover, Plant Maintenance Mechanic. Wonderful. Well, we want to welcome you, and I'm confident that your experience and enthusiasm will serve the city well in your new roles, and we wish you a long and happy career here with the City of Northport.
Thank you for that. Moving on to proclamations and recognition. Fellow commissioners, if you would join me down below. Okay. They have this set for me.
Oh, okay. Great. Alan Hale, come on down. Alan Hale is being recognized for being Northport's greenest citizen for this year. Well, this is what it says on here. Since 1997, you have been a member of People for Trees, and you have always been a steward to promote, plant, protect, and preserve trees. Your presence on the city's Environmental Advisory Board and your involvement in the annexation of the Myakka State Forest into the city of Northport shows how truly dedicated you are and exemplifies you as our greenest citizen of the year. But I wanted to also read a little bit. I found an article from the Herald Tribune back in 2010. Do you remember this article by any chance? It said that an artist strives to help preserve the world he paints. That was the name of the article. So perfectly fitting for Alan. Alan is a graduate of the Ringling School of Art, and just about all of his artwork does reflect our natural world, which is wonderful. And he has been involved, I know personally, in anything that has to do with the environment. Alan has been there. He has been a voice, serving on something called EcoSwift, right? It's the Environmental Confederation of Southwest Florida. And all of these grassroots efforts have started in the area. And again, if it has anything to do with the environment, Alan was always there. So it's so fitting that he is our greenest citizen of the year. And this is from, well, wait a minute, we have to take pictures. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not going away that fast. And Janie Moore, will you come down? This is from 2022, the Greenest Citizen Award winner. Congratulations. Did you want to say anything, Alan or Janie? Did you want to say anything?
Thank you all for showing up today. It's gratifying to see the interest in the environment and keep our old planet chugging along. If I was to say if there was one reason why I got interested way back in the 1970s in the environment, it was to pass on to our children the experience of having an epiphany with wild creatures. I actually had Bobcat and I actually met in this forest one time, and I never forget, it didn't run away. It came up and actually sat down. You know how unusual that is. And for the whole time there, I knew at this point that I want your children to have an experience like that, and their grandfathers and their grandfathers after that, their children. Let's turn it over to the young people. They're fully capable of taking the reins and making our planet continue. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this is a proclamation, and who's coming up to accept this? Do we know? For the National Arbor Day, right? Neighborhood Development. Come on down. The guys in green, yeah, there they are. All right, whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting, heating, and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, we, the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, do hereby proclaim April 28th, 2023 as National Arbor Day. I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Given by the City of Northport, Florida. Who's going to?
Well, thank you very much for accepting this for our arborist as well behind me. I just wanted to say that new incoming greenest citizen, welcome and congratulations. Our outgoing greenest citizen, Jeannie, congratulations. The plaque that she holds, not many people know it, at the end of your term of greenest citizen, you'll get to plant a tree of your picking, and we'll get to put it in a park that you choose. Janie Moore has chosen the golden maple, and it'll be planted here at City Hall later on. You'll both get a chance to come together and plant that together. Okay?
It'll be perfect for me.
All right, Go for Tortoise Day. Who's here for Go for Tortoise Day? I know it's going to be Miss Edie. Miss Edie got this proclamation started years and years and years ago. Come on. Hello, everyone. All right, so this is a proclamation for Go for Tortoise Day, whereas in 2016, the Northport Friends of Wildlife proposed to the city of Northport that there be a day set aside for recognition of the gopher tortoise. And whereas April 10th was officially adopted as a Gopher Tortoise Council as Gopher Tortoise Day. Whereas in Florida, gopher tortoises are found in parts of all 67 counties and are frequently encountered in neighborhoods, along the roadways, and in many of Florida's public parks and forests. The gopher tortoise has been living on the earth for over 500,000 years to 2 million years. Whereas the gopher tortoise today is the state of Florida is listed as threatened, and in parts of the United States is federally listed as threatened. The gopher tortoise is considered a keystone species because they dig burrows. Whereas the gopher tortoise burrow protects more than 360 other commensal species, some of which are also listed as threatened. The gopher tortoise's habitat needs protection. Whereas gopher tortoises and other species in the area help to sustain the area's ecology and provides man with a source of joy and appreciation for nature. Now, therefore, we, the Commission of the City of Northport, do hereby proclaim April 10th as Gopher Tortoise Day and urge all citizens to help protect this species through education and awareness.
Thank you, thank you. So yes, we've been up here every year since 2016 when Gopher Tortoise Day became official. And sometimes I think, well, that's maybe redundant, but on the other hand, it occurred to me that people are moving into our state, people from out west, up north, they don't know about the gopher tortoise. So yes, it is a threatened species, protected. It is illegal to mess with their burrows, to harm the tortoise, but you are allowed to help it across the road, which we encourage you to do. Look out for your own safety, put your flashers on, keep him going in the same direction he was going in. The reason it's listed is because their numbers have declined. A lot of that has to do with development, as we know, but also, this is a hard thing to grasp, but these animals were buried alive legally prior to 2007. So that's a grim reality, and the law got changed, of course, and now the animal is protected. So going forward, we know we can do a better job, and so today we have some guests with us, if you will, and they are here to give us some kind words. These are 3 students from Northport High School. They're going to speak a few words, and then Jennifer Frazier is back there. She has her own company. She does Gopher Tortoise relocations and scrub jay surveys and other things. But anyway, so please come in. Thank you.
Good afternoon, City Commissioners. My name is Ali.
My name is Elizabeth.
We are ACE Environmental Management students and a part of Sustainability Club. we have been learning about the importance of species conservation and ecosystem sustainability. All native species, such as gopher tortoises, play a vital role. We also need to play a vital role in managing these ecosystems to conserve biodiversity. Habitats and the species that live within are diminishing due to urbanization, human activity, and disease. As a keystone species, the gopher tortoise is relied on the multitude of species, including humans.
In class, we are taught to recognize not only the environmental benefits of species conservation, but the economic, cultural, and ethical factors that relate to that conservation. People all over the country travel to Florida to enjoy our unique ecosystem and its recreational value. The diverse habitats within Florida, such as beaches, lakes, wetlands, grasslands, and rich soil forests, contribute to its environmental enjoyment. Decreasing the gopher tortoise population would impact these habitats.
One way for humans to contribute in a positive manner to this is to provide education to local residents and help them recognize the importance of the gopher tortoise species and its ecological and recreational value. Gopher Tortoise Day has been a motivation for us to learn environmental management, and we are very appreciative for the opportunity to be here to support them. Thank you.
While I do spend a lot of time moving gopher tortoises out of the way to safety before we develop the property they're on, a bigger part of my job is education of the people moving here. We don't have to kill everything that already lives here to build our own homes. So making people understand that something as little and harmless as a gopher tortoise is really little and harmless doesn't do anybody any good for them to come here and hate everything. I mean, don't move here if you're going to hate everything. So I explain how the burrows do not cause gigantic sinkholes under their pool decks. They're harmless. They've got little 2-inch legs. They're little cows. Once the house is built, they move back into your property, name them, talk to them in the morning when you go out for your coffee. And then if you are lucky enough to have a gopher tortoise on your parcel, the FWC will recognize your efforts to keep them fat and happy on your parcel and off the naked lot next door that's going to get a house built on it with the Gopher Tortoise Friendly Yard Recognition Program. And they will even give you a nice little sign. Because they're only a limited number that they are doing this year or every year, they do ask that you have the tortoise on your parcel. It's a very, very short online form to fill out. You can upload pictures if you like. You have to plant a few high forage value foods that grow naturally here because this is their habitat. And they'll put a nice little sign up. And that helps you to become an ambassador to your neighbors as well. So that when we are talking to the new people that move in and they wonder what the deal is with the tortoises, we can bring them along to know that we can share our yard with them. It doesn't hurt. So that's what we do. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
I would talk to him. Thank you.
Is there anybody here to accept the proclamation for National Crime Victims' Rights Week? Okay, this is a proclamation for National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Whereas the term victim is more than just a label and has legal standing and protections that go along with it. Whereas Crime Victims' Rights Acts passed here in Florida and at the federal level guarantee victims the right to meaningfully participate in the judicial process. Whereas victim service providers, advocates, law enforcement officers, attorneys, and other allied professionals can help survivors keep their justice by enforcing these rights. Whereas equity and inclusion are fundamental prerequisites to survivor care and survivor-led services that provide victims with opportunities to share their experiences are essential blueprints for support. Whereas National Crime Victims' Rights Week provides an opportunity to recommit to ensuring the accessible, appropriate, and trauma-informed services that are offered to all victims of crime. Now therefore, we, the City Commission of the City of Northport, do hereby proclaim April 23rd through April 29th as National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
My name is Amber Haller, and I'm a victim advocate for the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. On behalf of the Victim Advisory Council, we would like to thank the City of Northport for proclaiming the week of April 23rd through April 29th as National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Every year in April, not only in our county, but in thousands of communities across the country, we honor and support victims of crime. This year, Victims' Rights Week is April 23rd through the 29th. On Monday, the 24th, we will wear silver for stalking awareness. On Tuesday, the 25th, we will wear blue for child abuse awareness. On Wednesday, the 26th, we will wear teal for sexual assault awareness. On Thursday, April 27th, we will wear purple for domestic violence awareness. And on Friday, April 28th, we will wear red and black for parents of murdered children, mothers against drunk driving, and homicide awareness. Also on Friday 28th, there will be a NOVA 5K at Rothenbach Park in Sarasota. We invite you all to attend with us in support of victims of all crimes. Thank you.
Child Protection Center. Okay. Proclamation, whereas child abuse and neglect is a complex and continuing problem in our society, affecting over 3 million children annually nationwide. And whereas there is no test of a society more important than the status and treatment of its children. And whereas the Child Protection Center works to prevent child abuse and to protect and treat children affected by child abuse with the hope of creating a community in which every child is free and safe from child abuse, and urge all citizens to be aware of and involved with the local and national programs which provide ongoing protection of our children. Now, therefore, we, the Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2023 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Who do we have here from the Utilities Department? Come on down. All right. There they go. You know, somebody's working. Look at this motley. All right. Whereas water industry professionals in Florida dedicate themselves to the production and distribution of safe drinking water, as well as the proper collection, treatment, reuse, and disposal of wastewater and stormwater. And whereas the professionals employed in this industry commit themselves to protecting the health of Florida citizens and our state's natural resources. And whereas it is fitting that the City of Northport recognize all those who have played a significant part in operating and maintaining drinking water, wastewater, and stormwater systems in Florida by celebrating Florida Water Professionals Month, which applauds their constant efforts to protect our health and environment. Now, therefore, we, the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2023 as Water Professionals Month, to acknowledge the dedication and hard work of all water industry employees in providing safe drinking water to Florida citizens and protection of Florida's environment and natural resources, and extend greetings and best wishes to all observing Florida Water Professionals Month.
Thank you. Let me get this up a little bit. On behalf of all of the utilities employees, because every single one of them, no matter what they're doing, are water professionals, I accept this. And I just want to take a second to acknowledge and thank all of these folks for what they did during Ian. It was nothing short of a miracle that they got water back in 3 days. Trying to find leaks under 4 to 6 feet of water is no easy feat, and they did it. We had to test for bacteria, things like that, to make sure it was safe. But it was an amazing thing to watch. And they do these sorts of things every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So really, every month is Water Professionals Day, in my opinion. But we thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
I can wait for them all to sit down or call them back up again for Water Conservation Month. Come on down. Hey, well, you can go times 2 now.
I know you weren't.
Let's do a different photo order from
All right. Whereas clean, safe, and sustainable water resources and supplies are vital to the City of Northport's economy, environment, and its people, and whereas the state of Florida water management districts and the City of Northport are working together to increase awareness about the importance of water conservation, and whereas the City of Northport and the state of Florida has designated April typically a dry month when water demands are most acute, Florida's Water Conservation Month, to educate citizens about how they can help save Florida's precious water resources. And whereas the City of Northport is committed to setting a good example for its citizens regarding water conservation, and whereas every business, industry, school, and citizen can make a difference when it comes to conserving water. Now, therefore, we, the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2023 as Water Conservation Month, and calls upon each citizen and business to help protect our precious resource, bless you, by practicing water-saving measures and becoming more aware of the need to save water.
Again, Nancy Gallinaro, Utilities Director, and I will accept this on behalf of the Utilities Department. I also want to mention that we have a challenge going on right now. The Wyland Mayor's Challenge, and you can, just so I say it right, the Wyland Mayor's Challenge, we are currently in, drum roll, second place nationally, so that's, yeah. So you can see she's encouraging you to get out there and vote often. You can vote often. You can't always do that. So it's mywaterpledge.com. So you just go on there, you'll see a riveting video by our mayor, and you can vote lots of times. It is an honor to be a part of a city that takes water conservation and preservation so seriously. I know that people get nervous with all the development, but I assure you we are keeping a close eye on everything that we're doing, and the city really cares about your water very much. So thank you so much.
No, it's not. Yes, Mom. Do we have anybody here for Sexual Assault Awareness Month? Yes. Whereas Sexual Assault Awareness Month is intended to draw attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and has public health implications for every community member of the city of Northport. And rape, sexual assault, and sexual harassment impact our community as seen by statistics indicating that 41.8% of women and 20.4% of men have been sexually assaulted, and 1 in 6 women will be raped in the state of Florida. And whereas we must work together to educate our community about what can be done to prevent sexual assault and how to support survivors, and with leadership, dedication, and encouragement, there is compelling evidence that we can be successful in reducing sexual violence in Northport through prevention, education, increased awareness, and holding perpetrators who commit acts of violence responsible for their actions. And whereas Safe Place and Rape Crisis Center, SPARC, excuse me, provides free services to victims of domestic violence and sexual assault and their children in Sarasota and DeSoto counties, seeks to stop the crime of sexual violence through awareness and education, and encourages every citizen to actively engage in public and private efforts, including conversations about sexual violence, how to prevent it, how to help survivors connect with services, and how every segment of our society can work together to better address sexual violence. Now, therefore, we, the City Commission of the City of Northport, Florida, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2023 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to observe this month by becoming aware of the tragedy of sexual assault, supporting those who are working towards its end, and participating in community efforts.
I am Melissa Sutton Estrada. I am the lead on-call sexual assault victim advocate for SPARC. This is Michelle Kalstrup. She is our Northport office advocate. We've got Amber Holler and Autumn Rapolo with us, as well as representatives who assist us in our efforts to combat sexual assault in our community. At Spark, we've been here in the community for 40 years. We're a dual certified domestic violence sexual assault advocacy center. We offer shelter, advocacy services, helpline, and hospital response. We are incredibly thankful for all of our partners, our community partners, for their assistance toward combating sexual assault in the community, especially here in Northport. We thank you so much for this proclamation to bring attention to this very important cause. Since it is National Victims of Crime Rights Week, say that 3 times fast, I wanted to make a little observation, if you will. At Spark, when we serve people, we are permitted to call them victims, participants, clients, but I prefer to refer to them as survivors because that's exactly what they are, and don't let anyone tell you any different. And we thank you so much, Northport community, for your efforts toward helping those survivors.
And I just want to let everyone know that I'm in the building with social services in Northport. I know a lot of people don't know that we have a full-time advocate in Northport because I just started in October. So I am there Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. I accompany people to court, also help with resources. So I just want to let everybody know that I'm in the community. So, thank you.
Art Jacob Justice here, and Kara Parsoten here. It is my distinct honor to have an opportunity to present this certificate of recognition to both Kara Parsoten and Jacob Justice for receiving the Sarasota Teen Court Scholarship, presented today, well, almost, the 13th, to both of these exceptional students.
I was at the Teen Court Scholarship dinner, and there were only 6 scholarships awarded in all of Sarasota County of all the high schools, and we had 2 come from Northport High School. So that is just really wonderful of you two, and I was just so impressed with their stories. You don't want to share your stories? That you said, did you want to share your story? No. But when everybody got up there to accept their scholarship, they told of their stories with their involvements with Teen Court, and I was just so impressed with what our young people can do today and how they can speak in front of a crowd, because I never would have been able to do that in high school. No way. I even have a difficult time now doing that, all right? So again, thank you for everything. Yes, and on behalf of the Northport City Commission, I have these coins. You made a difference, and you certainly have.
I just want to say, with these 2 students and the young people who were here earlier, sharing information about the environment. I think our future is in good hands. So Assistant City Clerk, do we have any online public comment?
We do not.
Any in-house?
We do not.
Well, then it is up to me to adjourn the meeting. It is 4:43 PM and this meeting is adjourned.